First, the top headlines. Manipur human rights activist addresses UN Committee on State's crisis. Joint operation undercovers 60 Myanmar refugees in Moreh border village. Senapati police issues order against student body for blocking essential supplies to Kuki areas. Three militants killed in intense encounter with security forces in Kasar. Good afternoon, you are watching 3 p.m. ELITETV English News. This is Mutum Langlenton giving you the news in detail. Bablu Loitongbam, representing the Extrajudicial Execution Victim Families Association EEVFAM and Human Rights Alert HRA, delivered a formal briefing to the UN Human Rights Committee in Geneva on July 15. The presentation focused on ongoing human rights concerns in Manipur, India. Loitongbam highlighted the 20th anniversary of Manipur's Anti-Repression Day, commemorating a protest against the Armed Forces Special Powers Act (FSPA). He criticized the act's continued use, stating, even when clear procurable evidence is laid out by the premier investigating agency, the Union Home Ministry always denies prosecution sanctions. The activities also address the violence in Manipur, which has resulted in at least 230 deaths and displaced 60,000 people since May 2023. Loitongbam expressed concern about the government's response, saying the indifference of the armed forces actively increased the death toll of civilians and the cycles of raids and counter-raids against the civilian population. He called for the UN committee to declare FSPA incompatible with the covenant both in law as well as in practice, and urged for recommendations aligned with India's obligations under international law. Individual citizens of Manipur, irrespective of gender, age, religion or ethnicity, have been robbed of their most basic human rights as the government of India systematically abdicated its responsibility to protect the population, Bablu Loitongbam said. The briefing brings international attention to the ongoing crisis in Manipur and calls for accountability in addressing human rights violations in the region. A coordinated effort by state and central forces led to identification of 60 Myanmar refugees in Govajang village near border pillar 80 in Moreh, Manipur. The operation, conducted on July 15, involved personnel from the state police, Assam Rifles and Border Security Force (BSF). Moreh Additional SP MD Riyajuddin spearheaded the early morning operation, which verified 280 individuals. Among those checked, 60 were confirmed as individuals who had crossed over from Myanmar. Sources revealed that Assam Rifles claimed to have already collected biometric data from the identified refugees. However, this process reportedly occurred without the involvement or presence of state representatives, raising questions about coordination between central and state authorities. The Technopal District Police are now planning to conduct their own biometric recording of the refugees. Further, the identified individuals will be required to report to Moreh Police Station for further processing. P.K. Mishra, former Additional Director General of Border Security Force (BSF), has suggested complete removal of a specific paramilitary force which he claimed linking with Kuki militants. in order to resolve the present conflict in the state of Manipur. In a TV interview with News 9, the former BSF Additional Director General shed light on the shifting dynamics and critical issues contributing to the ongoing conflict in the state. He emphasized the strategic importance of Jiribam, which he described as one of the biggest lifelines for Manipur, noting its border with Kasar district of Assam and domination of the national highways by Kuki militants. Mishra further highlighted that the situation has worsened due to influx of people from Myanmar, who have settled in various villages within Jiribam of Manipur. This has led to formation of a significant Kuki group, further bolstering the strength of the Kuki militants in the hilly areas with arms allegedly provided by Myanmar and supported by forces within Manipur.
They are very strong with arms given to them by Myanmar, and also supported by few forces also from here. And that is how, because Churachandpur and Bishnupur, things were controlled slightly by police and paramilitary forces, but they shifted it intentionally just to show that they are in force and they can command. And that is how Jiribam has become a center of gravity of all these classes which is taking place. And it is very difficult if we don't intervene, particularly with the double engine government in Manipur. Why it is failing? I am telling you, it is a failure of command and control and law and order in Manipur particularly. Things are very bad, and the Honorable MP has clearly told that Manipur is going out of control. It is better that we should think about that. And it's not that only one CRPF constable has died. So many CRPF personnel, they have died earlier also, and a lot of security forces, they have become Shaheeds because of this clash between Kukis and Maitis. And this will never come to an end until and unless it is not being looked into properly. And it's like that of Jammu and Kashmir. You see the coordination of operation being done by army and the paramilitary forces and Jammu Kashmir police. It's not there in Manipur. It is absolutely not there. Assam Rifle goes in different way, Manipur police goes in different way, CRPF goes in different way. There are some BSF battalions also, they go in a different way. So the combination, coordination of operation is still not there. Okay. And the operation is being hampered because of this. And I can tell you, it involves shifting of I repeat very strongly, shifting of one paramilitary, one force from Manipur completely. Definitely it will come to an end. Hand over to any other paramilitary force. But one force has to go from there, which is there for last so many years, and they have the link to Kuki militants. That force has to be shifted.
Sir, I would only say that we have to refrain from using that word, because the more we use it, the more it adds problem to the Manipur, because that has been the charge of so many communities, that these forces are split. If one says that Assam Rifle is protecting one community, then even the Manipur commandos are blamed by the other community, sir. It creates a problem.
That is why they should not involve. They should not involve with all these things. They have to go against the militant groups, whoever is getting arms.
In response to reports that the Senapati District Students Association (SDSA) and its volunteers are allegedly stopping and inspecting vehicles carrying essential commodities destined for Kuki-dominated areas, the Superintendent of Police in Senapati, Manipur, has issued an urgent directive. The order highlights serious concerns about the actions of the SDSA, which is reportedly halting deliveries from online stores such as Flipkart, Amazon and Myntra, specifically targeting orders placed by Kuki individuals. The official statement from the Superintendent of Police underscores the potential for these actions to escalate into a significant law and order issue within the district. To prevent further disruption, the order mandates the officer in charge of Senapati Police Station to ensure that such activities are immediately ceased on National Highway 2. Reinforcements from the Reserve Line and Home Guard Police are to assist the local police by deploying day and night patrol teams to ensure the smooth flow of traffic along the highway. Furthermore, the directive also states that the Additional Superintendent of Police in charge of Law and Order and the ASP responsible for National Highway 2 personally supervise the situation on a daily basis, ensuring continuous oversight and swift action to maintain peace and order in the region. A 3-day national conference of G20 Universities Connect Engaging Young Minds has begun today at the Court Hall of Manipur University. The theme of the conference is Women-Led Development, a Game Changer. It was jointly organized by Center for Myanmar Studies and Department of Philosophy, Manipur University, under the aegis of Research and Information System for Developing Countries, New Delhi. Professor N. Lokeshwar Singh, VC, Manipur University, Professor W. Chan Babu Singh, Register MU, and Professor M. C. Arun, Director, Center for Myanmar Studies, MU, graced the occasion as Chief Guest, President, and Guest of Honor respectively. Dr. Priya Darshini Das, Associate Professor, Research and Information System, New Delhi, also took part at the occasion through online mode.
So proud of Nupi Kaithel and the women's engagement in various traditional production activities. The unique position of women in the society makes possible to develop a closely knit network of Nupi Kaithel from isolated hill villages to rural markets to Kwanamban Kaithel and Imphal. Along with the network of women had developed various forms of capitals, including those of social and cultural capitals. Taking these capitals, women can lead certain areas of development in modern and open societies. Again, in modern social setting, many women lead the way in various fields such as food industry, sports, healthcare, and many more. There are still challenges which have arisen out of our own traditional, inadequate training and low digital literacy. There are also various social, cultural and psychological barriers. The conference may throw light on the mechanism for overcoming these barriers. I wish the conference a grand success, and I also wish that the 3 days discussions in various panels will prove to be very, very exciting and interesting.
The locals of Mutum under Wangoi Assembly constituency urged the authority concerned to lift up the broken parts of the Iron Bailey Bridge, which was recently broken and fell in the river. Speaking to media persons during a press meet held at Mutum today, Tokchom Shuraj Smaite, General Secretary of Progressive Youth Club, Mutum said that the Iron Bailey Bridge connecting Mutum of Imphal West District and Irong of Thobal District collapsed on June 30 last. This resulted disconnection of the villagers to transport. The remain of the broken parts of the bridge caused the intense damage of the river banks. Besides, the villagers are apprehensive for flood at the area.
Lengaki tongan ba ekhoi hojik laiba department na sigi posi yengsin begadoribra natragan hojik tasinduna laiba si ising imai asuki matik hanthare hojing makse lokhat pa yadribra natragana karamba matamda thongse lokhala kanda amuk nongna sabigadoi non nongna saba sadamna mung tongan thamaga haibu hoji hojikki lamdam sida akhoi turena sigi nakan oyata laiba praja singi Safana Navagidamaka, Matangi, Lapa Matam, the Equator Sing never poked the Navagidamaka, Equina Pati Maru in a Pamjari, Hari, but Tasilaga labor using a sea, Lokat Pibudu, Equigi, Nakan and the labor Praja singing, my Kadi, quite a Pamani Maramdi. masina maram murakan turing gi longnam ban asi sum kaisila aga ani suba ichau lakpa matam de di soidanam ki longnam ban kaiduna thingen kai ba haiba poto soidanam ki lamdam masida ju thok kadra haiba se khoi gi thamoi da chena chingna ba akiba amasu chaungna lairi maram maduna mari leina ba lengang na hojik lairi ba thong ti iba se karamba matam da lokhat pi ga doino natraga na karamba matam da mamang da haibiram ba thogdok thoi ban numit sida athuba matam da thong asi lokhalaga amuk saba haurani miyam da athuba matam da khusin nagani haina takpiram bado athuba matam haiba se sahi ke ana sagadoribno natraga na tha ke ana sagadoribno hai.
On the very day of collapse of the bridge, the concerned minister and officials who came there committed that a new bridge should be constructed at the earliest. They also committed an inquiry should be conducted, but their commitments are not converted into action so far. He appealed the authority to lift up the broken parts of the bridge from the river at the earliest. He also drew the attention of the government to reconstruct a new bridge at the area. Now more on the news. 4 individuals involved in the Jal Jeevan Mission construction work were arrested for smuggling ganja in Gopur, Assam. The operation conducted by local police resulted in the seizure of approximately 7 kilograms and 604 grams of the illicit substance. The arrest took place in North Garigaon following a joint effort by Rajdeep Newar of Garigaon Police Station and Sanjay Saikia of Halem Police Station. The suspects who were engaged in construction activities related to the Jal Jeevan Mission, a government initiative aimed at providing safe drinking water to rural households, were found to be simultaneously involved in drug trafficking. Now let's take a short break. Satyar will be right back.
Gear up for the future with Quantum University. Write your success story with our new age programs that shall be amongst the top 3 most rewarding careers in India and across the globe in the next decade. One of the reasons why Quantum is a leading private university in India is these world-class partnerships which makes it stand out among the rest.
Hairangoi thongning themcha karongda Fly High Aviation and Hospitality Institution haina mingthonba hospitality amasung aviation gi institution ama hangdokchari. Aviation industry amasung hospitality industry da interest leibiba aduga aspirations thambiba youth sing especially Manipur gi youth sing gi damakta di yamna chauba aduga kanagadaba platform amani haina su paudamjage. Communication skills, personality development, interview skills, amasung professional grooming na chingba sing asida specialized tawraga chahi kun gi mathakta experience leiraba oja sing na kupna takpitambigani. Parents, Fly High Aviation and Hospitality Institute provides high quality professional courses to help our aspirants build their professional careers successfully. So come and join us and be a part of Fly High Aviation and Hospitality Institute. Fly High!
Diabetes ko loy na hingliba sing tha magi manungda control to bangam lei. Urea creatinine wangbasu tha magi manungda hanthaba ngam lei. khong hamba nungai tabasu numit mangani gi manungda fahan bangamle pile saibadi nungsang nabasu chama da chama fahan bangamle cholesterol wangba numit kunida normal oi bangamle bp wangbasu tha amagi manungda normal oi bangamle fatty liver oi basu tha amagi manungda fagat han bangamle pumnamak natural oi ba hidak makhalna laying jabani hakchang da sokadaba side effect amata laite makhata na hidak chabagi mathau su tararoi hena kupa parol gi damak ngasimak langsin birau diabetes hospital soibam leikai ayangpali road opposite Karkinos Jenims Hospital Porompat Imphal East near Punjab National Bank.
Welcome back from the break. You're watching ELITETV English News. 3 militants have been killed in an encounter with security forces in Assam's Kasar district late on July 16. According to a source, the incident took place in the Vuvan Hills on the Assam-Mizoram border. Reports indicate that 3 militants were shot dead during the exchange of fire. Earlier in the day, 3 militants were arrested with weapons in Dalai Ganga Nagar, Kasar. A team led by Superintendent of Police Nomal Mahatta along with the arrested militants moved to Vuvan Hills. During the operation, other militants hiding in the hills opened fire, prompting the police to retaliate. The exchange of fire lasted for about an hour, resulting in the deaths of the 3 militants. 2 of them were from Kasar and 1 was from Manipur. The police recovered 2 AK rifle, 1 other rifle and 1 pistol from the slain militants. 3 policemen sustained injuries in the incident and the Kasar police vehicle was severely damaged, the source added. Niti Vihar police in Arunachal Pradesh received credible information regarding an individual named Ronak Tamang selling heroin in the Moab 2 area. Acting swiftly on this information, plainclothes police personnel were deployed to track and monitor the suspect. The police team discreetly followed Ronak Tamang to Jolang near the Monday market. Sensing the presence of the police, Ronak attempted to flee in his Chevrolet Beat, bearing registration number AS01AV9925. However, the police team successfully chased him down and apprehended him along with his brother, Rohan Tamang. Both individuals were taken to Niti Vihar police station for interrogation. The suspects were identified as Ronak Tamang, 19 years, and Rohan Tamang, 21 years, both sons of Pasang Tamang, residing at Division 4, District Pampur City, Arunachal Pradesh. During a thorough interrogation, Ronak Tamang admitted to peddling drugs in the ICR area for the past 6 months. He disclosed that the stash of heroin was concealed in his car. Immediately, Executive Magistrate A. Nicholas and independent witnesses were requested to witness the search and seizure process, and they voluntarily agreed. Upon searching the vehicle in the presence of independent witnesses and a magistrate, the police team recovered the following items: 1 transparent pouch containing suspected heroin, 4 vials filled with suspected heroin, 2 empty vials, and 5 used syringes. All the suspected heroin was collected into a new zip pouch and weighed totaling 2.31 grams. The entire search and seizure process was videographed in the presence of town magistrate Takab Nicholas and independent witnesses. Mizoram Chief Minister Langlenton said that implementation of policies could not be expedited as administration has been dealing with a huge debt burden led by the previous dispensation, according to an official statement issued here. During the meeting of the Mizoram State Policy Coordination Committee, he said the government's flagship program, hand-holding policy, would not be possible to be implemented in a big way in the current fiscal due to repayment of public debt, it said. The government would be taking up big projects depending on the fiscal condition of the state, he said. Despite financial constraints, the state government would purchase 4 crops: ginger, chili, turmeric and broomstick from farmers, the Chief Minister said during the meeting. On Monday, State Animal Husbandry Minister Lal Shawi Bingu said that the previous MNF government had left with over rupees 13,500 crore in liabilities, which is 95.6% of the state's annual budget of rupees 14,209.94 crore in the 2023-24 fiscal. More on the news. The administration in Agartala initiated a demolition drive against illegal construction at Usha Bazaar in Tripura today. DM and Collector West Tripura Vishal Kumar stated that the state government has a zero tolerance policy against crime. He mentioned that individuals involved in smuggling, drug peddling, land mafia activities or interference in government tenders will face strict action. Some members of the concerned group are already in jail with allegations against them. The government has taken action against the construction according to regulations and plans to build a primary health care center on the site. DM and Collector West Tripura Vishal Kumar said the CM and Tripura government has the policy of zero tolerance against crime. No organization, no person who is indulged in smuggling, drug peddling or one who is a land mafia or who interferes in the government's tender negotiations will not be spared, and strict action will be taken against all those. Some new and some old members of these clubs are already in jail having allegations of crime against them. This club has many allegations against it. The government has acted against the construction. As per rules, it has a proposal to build a primary health care center on this land. Along with the punishment, the government has a vision of development in this demolition drive. Education Minister Rakam A. Sangma has announced that the Meghalaya government is implementing several measures to address the state's high school dropout rates. The announcement follows a recent view of the education scenario by Chief Minister Conrad Sangma. According to the Unified Digital Information on School Education UDISC Plus data for 2021-22, Meghalaya recorded the highest dropout rates across all levels of schooling in India. The situation is particularly concerning in the Garo Hills region, where the SSLC pass percentage has hovered around 37% over the past 5 years. To combat this issue, the state government has launched initiatives including updating school textbooks and renovating school buildings. Minister Sangma stated that they have identified 3 districts with the worst performance and they are taking steps to improve their results. One innovative approach being considered is the introduction of textbooks with QR codes. This technology would allow students to access video lesson for each topic, providing additional support outside the classroom. The minister explained that the system would include access to 10 to 15 years of solved question papers from various boards and competitive exams, aiming to enhance student participation. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 940-2890-982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and X for more information about the channel. Now before we conclude, let's look at the headlines once again. Manipur human rights activist addresses UN Committee on State's crisis. Joint operation undercover 60 Myanmar refugees in Mori border village. Senapati police issues order against student body for blocking essential supplies to Kuki areas. Three militants killed in intense encounter with security forces in Kasar. Thank you for watching ELITETV English News, and we'll be back with more news updates at 6 p.m.